Welcome to the Miracles Recap. And so we had a dramatic start with the music, but still it's lovely, isn't it? So I'm happy that you're here, that you decided to join, and that we can continue with the daily lessons of A Course in Miracles. And that is just totally amazing. And the section that we're in now are like, you could spend the whole day with it. It's really beautiful. In my defenselessness lies my safety. Sickness is a defense against the truth. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. It's like, okay, bring it on. This is every day, so much. It's like an abundance of, possibilities to connect with what is real and on such a deep level. It's unbelievable. So that's being offered on a daily basis. You don't even have the one lesson and there's the new lesson and it's full and it's giving you everything. That's the workbook of A Course in Miracles. The build-up was slow, but now we're like full throttle. Everything is occurring now. We're ready for something here, obviously. We're ready for something. Now in this basically, you encounter this on a very deep level within yourself, where something starts to move, something starts to shake and starts to rumble, and it's a bit like that. It's like you sink into a whole different way of looking at everything, but like now you catch a glimpse of the like how all-encompassing this is. It refers to every aspect that you have taken for real and that doesn't have any reality. So that is what is like, that's mind-blowing, literally. And that's very, it gives you everything, and there's a certainty under all of that that is so comforting, that literally you start to hear the voice for love, and you feel that attraction to it. Like there's light, there's love, there's all of that is present. And I'm going to actually going to dive right into that. I can feel that coming. So this opens up every day a little bit more, just like a flower in the garden. Like it opens up more and more and more, and suddenly there's the full-blown sun, and there's nothing to stop about it. Like it's literally taking you over, and you forget about your defenses, and there is the realization, you could say. And so on this path you're on, and you're in the middle of it. And it is literally working you. So it's like you read your lesson, you are opening up, you give it your best, but then it is up to the plan to do you, so to speak. It's literally giving you everything. It is making the adjustments within the configuration of your being, and that is what is changing everything, even though you seem to be standing right in the middle of the same place with the same things, and everything is changing while you miss it. In fact, you miss it in a certain sense. You have no idea how well this works. So that is what's being offered in the lessons that we do. So we're on lesson 139 today, and we're not going directly into the lessons today. We'll keep that for the review part. I'm going to use lesson 136 in the healing circle. Like my sickness is a defense against the truth, because it's so, well, it belongs in the healing circle for sure. So I'm not using that today, but I'm going like underneath of this level in which this is being offered. There's a loveliness and a beauty and a light and a recognition. And we face that in unexpectedly, I can say, like in chapter 13 of A Course in Miracles. Literally there's the foundation of of the lessons that we're actually doing this week. But there's such an incredible loveliness that is being revealed that I want to use that today in this moment together, just to give that a total support, you could say, in doing these lessons that we do these days. So the voice of the world becomes still because it is recognized as voiceless, really. The temptations that come on a worldly, superficial level become so pale and so uninteresting that the real joy, recognizing and coming into the recognition of the deep joy within you, becomes totally attractive, and something is occurring there that we, in that what we're going to share today, that will be totally present, that comfort and joy and happiness and certainty. So that's what you can expect here. So we start with a warming up. We use part of the first 50 lessons because I always come back to those in the sense of, well, they form a really good basis for the total undoing of what you think you are. So that's just a necessity to engage your miracle mind, you could say, to give that full presence in your consciousness, and then the rest will be so much fun. Now, the lessons that we're going to read together, I invite you to join me, is I think it starts at 35 or something, and we read it up to 50, and that ends with, I'm sustained by the love of God. So this is going to be like an hour of total recognition of the comfort, of the light, of the total support that is present with you in doing the lessons, while you might not directly read that in the lessons. But it is in there too, of course. But this is, yeah. All right, so I'm going to share with you the 35 to 50 as the review lessons. Okay, so you see here 36 to 50 we're going to read, and it starts with this one. And I'm inviting you to share this with me, to read this with me. So just read one lesson and then someone else will take over. My holiness envelops everything I see. And take your time to read it, like feel what you read or connect with what you read. From my holiness does the perception of the real world come. Having forgiven, I no longer see myself as guilty. I can accept the innocence that is the truth about me. Seen through understanding eyes, the holiness of the world is all I see. For I can picture only the thoughts I hold about myself.
My holiness blesses the world. The perception of my holiness does not bless me alone. Everyone and everything I see in its light shares in the joy it brings to me. There is nothing that is apart from this joy, because there is nothing that does not share my holiness. As I recognize my holiness, so does the holiness of the world shine forth for everyone to see.
Il n'y a rien que ma sainteté ne puisse accomplir. Ma sainteté a un pouvoir illimité de guérir parce qu'elle a un pouvoir illimité de sauver. De quoi dois-je être sauvé sinon des illusions? Et que sont toutes les illusions sinon des idées fausses à mon sujet? Ma sainteté les défait toutes en affirmant la vérité à mon sujet. En présence de ma sainteté que je partage avec Dieu lui-même, toutes les idoles disparaissent.
My holiness is my salvation. Since my holiness saves me from all guilt, Recognizing my holiness is recognizing my salvation. It is also recognizing the salvation of the world. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. And because I am unafraid, everyone must share in my understanding, which is a gift of God to me and to the world.
I am blessed. Oh, go ahead.
I am blessed as a son of God. Herein lies my claim to all good and only good. I am blessed as a son of God. All good things are mine because God intended them for me. I cannot suffer any loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am. My Father supports me, protects me, and directs me in all things. His care for me is infinite and is with me forever. I am eternally blessed as his son.
God goes with me wherever I go. How can I be alone when God always goes with me? How can I be doubtful and unsure of myself when perfect certainty abides in him? How can I be disturbed by anything when he is in me in absolute peace? How can I suffer when love and joy surround me? Through him. Let me not cherish illusions about myself. I am perfect because God goes with me wherever I go.
God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Let me not look to my own eyes to see today. Let me be willing to exchange my pitiful illusion of seeing for the vision that is given by God. Christ's vision is his gift, and he has given it to me. Let me call upon this gift today so that this day may help me to understand eternity.
God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. I can see what God wants me to see. I cannot see anything else. Beyond his will lie only illusions. It is these I choose when I think I can see apart from him. It is these I choose when I try to see through the body's eyes. Yet the vision of Christ has been given me to replace them. It is through this vision that I choose to see.
God is the light in which I see. I cannot see in darkness. God is the only light. Therefore, if I am to see, it must be through him. I have tried to define what seeing is, and I have been wrong. Now it has given me to understand that God is the light in which I see. Let me welcome vision and the happy world it will show me.
God is the mind in which I think. I have no thoughts I do not share with God. I have no thoughts apart from him, because I have no mind apart from his. As part of his mind, my thoughts are his, and his thoughts are mine.
God is the love in which I forgive. God doesn't forgive because he has never condemned. The blameless cannot blame, and those who have accepted their innocence see nothing to forgive. Yet forgiveness is the means by which I will recognize my innocence. It is the reflection of God's love on earth. It will bring me near enough to heaven that the love of God can reach down to me and raise me up to him.
God is the strength in which I trust. It is not my own strength which I forgive. It is through the strength of God in me, which I am remembering as I forgive. As I begin to see, I recognize his reflection on earth. I forgive all things because I feel the stirring of his strength in me. And I begin to remember the love I chose to forget, but which has not forgotten me.
There is nothing to fear. How safe the world will look to me when I can see it. It will not look anything like what I imagine I see now. Everyone and everything I see will lean toward me to bless me. I will recognize in everyone my dearest friend. What could there be to fear in a world that I have forgiven and that has forgiven me?
God's voice speaks to me all through the day. There is not a moment in which God's voice ceases to call on my forgiveness to save me. There is not a moment in which his voice fails to direct my thoughts, guide my actions, and lead my feet. I am walking steadily on toward truth. There is nowhere else I can go because God's voice is the only voice and the only guide that has been given to his Son.
I am sustained by the love of God. As I listen to God's voice, I am sustained by his love. As I open my eyes, his love lights up the world for me to see. As I forgive, his love reminds me that his Son is sinless. And as I look upon the world with the vision he has given me, I remember that I am his son. Ah, wow. Well, that's totally lovely. Thank you so much. It's of incredible value to read this together. That's my experience with it. It's like it's so incredibly valuable to take time to listen to this, to hear it with all the voices that are present here. That's so lovely. So thank you so much for participating in that. So the next step in this was chapter 13. And chapter 13 is basically a chapter where where we look a lot at the idea of guilt, which is something that is like that's the problem in human thinking is guilt. You do something, you want something back, so you're always guilty. There's an exchange, and that seems to be your world. And that is one part of chapter 13 to make you say aware that is going on. But the part that we're looking at is taking us a step further than that. And that's why I love to stand still with it and see and recognize how much it has to do with the lessons that we're actually doing in these last couple of days and the day to come. So let's take a look at that. To me, it was a total surprise to find this in chapter 13. I really didn't know. So that's always good. Then it's brand new. So I love that. Miracle of creation. There's a lot of miracle related connotations, you could say. There's a lot. Look at this. This is the miracle of creation. This is the miracle of creation. That it is one forever. That's the miracle of creation. This is the miracle of creation. That it is one forever. Every miracle you offer to the Son of God is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. Through every aspect is the whole. You cannot know this until you see that every aspect is the same, perceived in the same light, and therefore one. So that is the miracle of creation, that it is one forever. Every miracle you offer to the Son of God is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. Though every aspect is the whole, this is the recognition that it is whole, like you cannot take a part away from whole. Though every aspect is the whole, you cannot know this until you see that every aspect is the same, perceived in the same light and therefore one. Yeah. So this is a bit what we see in what we just read too. It's like recognizing in everyone my dearest friend. Now you see, this doesn't talk about guilt at all. It's like, no. That's also like chapter 13 is not the guilt chapter, but it's like it starts with it, and it starts with an idea that that is the biggest mistake you could say that you could make, thinking that there's something else and that there's a division, that there's a separation. Now here we see, like, no, the miracle is recognizing that every aspect is one. It communicates as one. It is one. Like loving one brother is loving all brothers. Forgiving one brother is forgiving all brothers. And what happens in the forgiveness, that is what we read in the review too. You remember God, the stirring of His strength in you when you forgive. So it's like there's no separation there. It's not that you forgive and then you get the reward of God in an exchange. No. The moment that you forgive, you remember God. That's instantaneous. That's immediate. That's why, say, forgiveness works, you could say, because it's literally an action of mind of, I'm actually in the action of doing that. In the action of doing that, I receive it. But it needed my action in that sense. If I keep everything like it is and try to find the balance, then I miss out on all of this. Then I'm not applying the power of my mind, because there's a power of my mind that I say literally give space in my action, but in the action that is directed to the recognition of oneness, and seeing that there's nothing to hide, that there's nothing to attack. So my act of forgiveness is basically recognizing my brother didn't do anything to me, or there's nothing outside of me that can hurt me, or whatever the action is. It's like, but that is referring, literally in referring to truth. In that action, you feel the stirring of His strength in you. So you're actually applying or engaging the power of your mind, which is a creative power of recognition. Now that, you see, this is, like I said, on a deep level within you, on a real level within you. And it's interesting because in healing, which is what we're looking at, in fact, it's like in healing, this deep place within yourself is basically where the transition occurs. And it is not taking place outside of you. It's not physical in that sense that by changing your body it would be like worked out, like it would function. No, it has nothing to do with it. So the whole thing is then in your withinness that this takes place. So that's the loveliness of this. Like it's going to point in the same direction continuously, and you don't remember that always. So you think that there are certain things that you need to do in order to, but that's not the case here. And that even becomes more clear with more expressions that we look at. So everyone seen. Now here you have it. So the whole aspect of time is now coming to the service. Everyone seen without the past thus brings you nearer to the end of time by bringing healed and healing sight into the darkness and enabling the world to see. For light must come into the darkened world to make Christ's vision possible, even here. Help him to give his gift of light to all who think they wander in the darkness, and let him gather them into his quiet sight that makes them one. There's so much loveliness in this. I really love this. Like everyone seen without the past, this brings you nearer to the end of time. Because what's happening? So there are two things that are being shared here. Two things that are, say, fundamental in its recognition of your brother, for instance. It's like the one thing was, see your brother without the past. See whoever you meet without a past, and that is work. That is work, because you have tied everyone up with a past. You've made, like, your data are connected with a guilt tag. Like, oh, this one, yeah, I know this one. Oh yes, I know this one. He did this and this and this and this and that and that, blah 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 blah. Like you put a tag on everyone that you meet, so you will have to release that before you can see this person. That's one thing. But here it goes a step further, and it says, like, if you see your brother without a past, you literally bring him nearer to the end of time. And not only do you bring him nearer to the end of time, so it is with you. So you see that dislodgement of the ideas of time, the release of any time-related idea that you could have, has an incredible healing power, because now the past is not determining anything anymore. It is dislodged. It is literally disconnected from it. In that sense, it becomes timeless. Now, the other part that is being shared, and that's also very lovely and so recognizable, is that in his quiet space, like in his quietness, oneness is recognized. Now, this is very beautiful as an instruction. It's like everything will fall perfectly into place if you just allow it to fall into place, and not disrupt it with a past idea, not disrupt it with whatever opinion or whatever judgment that you have. No, you just let it fall into place. Now, who do you meet in this quiet? You're meeting yourself. You're meeting your brother as one with you. You recognize your oneness with your brother. You're meeting your best friend. Yeah, I always loved that expression. You're meeting your best friend. You're recognizing everyone your dearest friend. If you take time to let it settle down into this present moment and actually let everything else dissolve, every idea that you could have. And this is, of course, an action of mind. It's not that you have to sit with everyone until that happens. But this is the reality of recognizing your brother as your dearest friend. Whenever that occurs, whenever that is happening, you don't have to go and look for it. But it happens. You have sufficient opportunities to recognize this. Even if you would recognize it a little bit, it would already change everything in your connection with your brother. So that's why you have to just start coming into the action of this in order to recognize how well it is working. And from there on, it goes by itself. You know, literally, it's like, oh yeah, I want more of that. It's so beautiful. I had no idea. This is all that's happening. So you release your old ideas. You release your old habits of not saying anything to that specific person because of your past ideas. And this is easy to say, but it's, like I said, it's work. It's work. It's active release, active letting go and asking for it. And it's like asking for it to see this in a totally different way. Recognizing that there is nothing outside yourself that can disturb your peace. So that's how deep this, like, one of the lessons would be in the last couple of last week, like in my, like, if I defend myself, I am attacked. That's exactly what this is. If I defend myself, I'm attacked. Now, watch yourself. How many times you do that? That you say, like, no, that's not what I mean. No, I don't want to do that. No. It's like, before you know it, you're attacking your brother just by doing that. And at the same time, you don't have to let somebody walk over you, in a sense. Like, you don't have anyone to walk over you. No, you are completely, you're completely protected by becoming defenseless, by not defending yourself. You'll see, it's like, that's so beautiful. Even if somebody would scream at you and would seem to attack you, by you becoming still and recognizing there's nothing outside of me attacking me, has an incredible effect in that sense. So the non-response to it, the non-direct response to it, by defending it, is in fact helping you to feel secure and giving you the peace that you want, and the peace that is yours. And in that, you in fact invite your brother in and say, like, hey, you're welcome here. Like, you're welcome. I'm not defending myself. I've nothing against you. But that can only be if that is true. That can only be when you release your ideas about your brother. Otherwise, you will find ammunition to defend yourself in whatever way. So these are really great to read. That's why I love to share them with you. They are all the same. So here, help him to give his gift of light to all who think they wander in the darkness, and let him gather them into his quiet sight that makes them one. Your brothers, they are all the same, all beautiful and equal in their holiness, and he will offer them unto his Father, as they were offered unto him. There is one miracle, as there is one reality. Every miracle you do contains them all, as every aspect of reality you see blends quietly into the one reality of God. This is almost like the alchemy of the miracle, really, what is being expressed here. They're all the same, all beautiful, like all brothers in that sense are the same, all beautiful and equal in their holiness. There's no differences in holiness levels or something. The Pope is not holier than whoever, than you. And he will offer them unto his Father, as they were offered unto him. There's one miracle, as there is one reality, and every miracle you do contains them all, as every aspect of reality you see blends quietly into the one reality of God. And every miracle you do contains them all, as every aspect of reality you see blends quietly into the one reality of God. So that's really beautiful. The only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. Christ's vision is his gift to you. His being is his Father's gift to him. The only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. Christ's vision is his gift to you. His being is his Father's gift to him. So then we come to the idea of, what is a miracle? Like, what is a miracle? And then the only appropriate response would be, I am. I am is the miracle. Like, I am the miracle. I am the miracle. Not anyone else, like not anything else. It's not something outside myself. No, I am the miracle. I am the only miracle. I am the Holy Son of God. I'm the only miracle. Now, you see that Christ's vision is a vision of holiness, of oneness, of recognizing the sameness. That what is the same is the same. Those who are alike are alike. Like, we don't make differences in that sense. Every brother is as holy as anyone else. There is no one else in that sense. There's only one miracle. There's only one Son of God. And you recognize the one Son of God in everyone. That seems to be a paradox, but it's like it works that way. You experience the miracle as what you are, and you recognize there's only one of us. How lovely is that? But it's like that is your reality. So that is being given. So Christ's vision, like I said, Christ's vision is really to come into that, to recognize the oneness and not perceiving differences, but recognizing that all is one, and that there is one miracle, that there's one Son of God, and that's you. And you see that reflected everywhere. And everyone you meet, if you release your past ideas about your brother, if you, in fact, allow this quiet place in light and love to be opened for you, recognizing that your brother is one with you, like your holy instant, you could say. In that happens. Now this is our practice, and this you see reflected in the lessons. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. If I accept this healing, this quiet place within myself, if I recognize myself as the miracle that I am, I'm not the only one receiving that. No, it's a reunion of my brothers with me in this one, as one. So to forgive one brother totally, and this is true perception, if you forgive one brother totally, you are literally forgiving everyone. If I remember just you, I remember you as the one, I remember it for everyone. And this is so different than the learning of the world that you can hardly imagine it. It's like, no, you only have to accept it for one. The one. You only accept it for one, and you recognize it to be true for all. So that is, that is incredible. That's what Christ's vision is. Okay, so continuing with the next. There are some more expressions that are like have the same loveliness level that I don't want to miss out on them. The only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is His Father. Christ's vision is His gift to you. His being is His Father's gift to Him and to everyone, everywhere. For miracles offered the Son of God through the Holy Spirit attune you to reality. The Holy Spirit knows your part in the redemption and who are seeking you and where to find them. Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. Okay, so the only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is His Father. Christ's vision is His gift to you. His being is His Father's gift to Him, to everyone and everywhere. So this seems to be still a temporal attribute. Christ's vision is His gift to you. Christ's vision is a temporary device. It's still perception. So you start to recognize the loveliness of your brother, but that still is connected to perception. his being is his Father's gift to him, to everyone and everywhere. So there's still an idea of time and space of, yeah. For miracles offered, the Son of God, through the Holy Spirit, attune you to reality. And that is like you are starting to tap into the frequency of God, of your reality. So it's like a tuning your receiver to the God frequency. The Holy Spirit knows your part in the redemption and who are seeking you and where to find them. Now here we step over to the idea of knowledge. Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. And that is like the nature of knowledge is in fact is omnipresence. It is omnipotence, omniscience. It is that. It's like knowing. It is a knowing. It has nothing to do with vision at all. It has nothing to do with individuality or your own concerns of waking up out of something. Like knowledge is literally the continuum you enter into when vision is complete. When you have seen your brother as yourself. When you enter into oneness. You who are part of it, and all of it, need only realize that it is of the Father, not of you. Your role in redemption leads you to it by re-establishing its oneness in your mind. Like this is what I said with the knowledge. Your role in the redemption leads you to it by re-establishing its oneness in your mind. So knowledge is not the goal of A Course in Miracles. So it's like that is not of your concern at this point. That's good to know too. So it's mentioned as almost like, okay, till so far we go. If you do this well, you will end up there, but it's not that we have to study that or anything. No, it's like it's a natural thing, so to speak, to move into when your learning is complete, where the whole idea of learning dissolves. When is that the case? Well, when you don't see differences any longer, when you know what perception is, when you see through the eyes of Christ, when you recognize your brother as one, all of this, it's like that. But then it's not when I do that right, then the result is that. That's also not the case. So it works different. It is more like you enter into a new experience of yourself in which there's no individual, there's no individual differences or anything. The recognition then that all is one is really what that is. So that dissolves your individual necessities, your individual desires, your individual insights, or your individual things. It's like literally you're moving into the sea of spirit. So that is really lovely. I really love that. So I thought it was great to share because of the fact that it brings it so close to you, like it literally offers you the idea of why it is that you're doing A Course in Miracles, because it has everything to do with your recognition that you are the miracle. You're not just doing A Course in Miracles, you are A Course in Miracles. You are the miracle yourself. When you start to see that, then it becomes easy, because literally you can trust your actions in that, since you have released the past, since you're not it's like you're not inspired by time-related ideas, but this inspiration of you comes from within, and you recognize there's nothing outside of you that can do anything to you. This places your say the power of your mind back to you. That means that now the action is coming from you into this world, into So even in a temporary learning situation still, but you recognize that you have accepted your salvation. Now you are the light of the world. Still in a world that you have made yourself, and you give it everything. That's why it will be totally different. You can call that a happy dream. It's a borderland. It's a temporary place to literally give everything to that before you enter into the realm of knowing. And so that's why in Course in Miracles, bringing you to this point is like an amazing accomplishment, because you are saying goodbye to the one that you thought you were. Literally, there's nothing left of that, and still you are you. Now that's really lovely. So you have always known yourself in that sense. You've not completely forgotten yourself, the true self that you are. You've not forgotten. It's impossible to it says somewhere in the Course too, it's like it's impossible to limit your creative power that is natural to you as an say extension of the light that you are. It's impossible to limit that to nothing. That's totally impossible. So there's always a place, there's always an opening within you where that can be recognized and can be opened, because that can never be completely closed. It's literally impossible. So that's the mechanics of that. And yeah, so man, this is so great. I love it. I will accept atonement for myself. I will accept atonement for myself. Here is the end of choice. For here we come to a decision to accept ourselves as God created us. And what is choice except uncertainty of what we are? There is no doubt that that is not rooted there. There is no question but reflects this one. There is no conflict that does not entail the single, simple question: what am I? Yet, who could ask this question except one who has refused to recognize himself? Only refusal to accept yourself could make the question seem to be sincere. The only thing that can be surely known by any living thing is what it is. From this one point of certainty, it looks on other things as certain as itself. Uncertainty about what you must be is a self-deception on a scale so vast, its magnitude can hardly be conceived. To be alive and not to know yourself is to believe that you're really dead. For what is life except to be yourself? And what but you can be alive instead? Who is the doubter? What is it he doubts? Whom does he question? Who can answer him? See, this is always the part where I say, like, yeah, the self-reflection or looking at yourself, self-management, like who is looking at what? Who is evaluating who? That's always interesting. That cannot be any help to you at all. Okay, so here we continue. Nothing the world believes is true. It is a place whose purpose is to be a home where those who claim they do not know themselves can come to question what they are. And they will come again until the time atonement is accepted. Remember the first line in the Course in Miracles. This is a required course. You will do it at a certain point. Whether that's now, whether that's in 2 lifetimes or whatever. Like this, you're gonna learn this lesson. And they will come again until the time atonement is accepted and they learn it is impossible to doubt yourself and not to be aware of what you are. Only acceptance can be asked of you, for what you are is certain. And that's already said, it is not a question. So only acceptance can be asked of you. It is set forever in the holy mind of God, who you are, and in your own. It is so far beyond all doubt and question that to ask what it must be is all the proof you need to show that you believe the contradiction that you know not what you cannot fail to know. Is this a question or a statement which denies itself in statement? It's a contradiction in terms. Let us not allow our holy minds to occupy themselves with senseless musings such as this. We have a mission here. We did not come to reinforce the madness that we once believed in. Let us not forget the goal that we accepted. It is more than just our happiness alone we came to gain. What we accept as what we are proclaims what everyone must be along with us. Fail not your brothers, or you fail yourself. Look lovingly on them, that they may know that they are part of you and you of them. Just like we read in what we just shared from chapter 13. Like they have the same loveliness and holiness as you. There's only one of us. Your brother is the miracle. You are the miracle. Nothing can change that. Look lovingly on them, that they may know that they are part of you and you of them. Okay. I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. We have not lost the knowledge that God gave to us when He created us like Him. We can remember it for everyone, for in creation are all minds as one, and in our memory is the recall how dear our brothers are to us in truth, how much a part of us is every mind, how faithful they have really been to us, and how our Father's love contains them all. In thanks for all creation, in the name of its Creator and His oneness with all aspects of creation, we repeat our dedication to our cause today, each hour, as we lay aside all thoughts that would distract us from our holy aim. For several minutes let your mind be cleared of all the foolish cobwebs which the world would weave around the Holy Son of God, and learn the fragile nature of the chains that seem to keep the knowledge of yourself apart from your awareness, as you say, I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining today. That is so lovely. Thank you so much.